And God said, "This is the token of the covenant which I make between me and you and every living creature that is with you. For perpetual generations, I do set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth." Genesis 9:12 through 13. So, in case anyone had forgotten and has not already been reminded, the month of June is considered by mainstream media and popular society as Gay Pride Month. And the major symbol that we see being used to promote that is the rainbow. However, as we saw in the verse at the beginning, God, our Creator, the Lord Jesus Christ, created the rainbow for his own purpose that has nothing to do with homosexuality. So the rainbow being used to promote gay pride is a false, inaccurate misappropriation of the rainbow.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is Anna's Thoughts and Musical Parodies, and I am Anna, your hostess. Thank you so much for being here today.
This is the time of the year that the gay pride flags fly like at no other time. Am I right? Share your favorite examples in the comments if you would. And also, really quick before we really get into it, I am not currently monetized anywhere. YouTube, it seems to try to do its best to keep things that way. I am physically disabled, awaiting hopefully an approval for disability insurance and not receiving all of the benefits that I am told that I will receive in the meantime here in California. So if you find yourself led to support the channel, here is one way that you can do that. I am now a brand ambassador for God the Father Apparel, and they have some really cool designs. I love this one. It's called On My Sleeve. And if you check out their store through my store link, which will be in the description of this video, you will get 15% off of your purchase by using discount code THOUGHTS at checkout. God the Father Apparel also offers free shipping to Canada and the US on all orders of just $35 and above. So go check them out, support a good cause, and support the channel. Thank you so much. So let's make sure that we're all on the same page here by defining our terms. And we're going to go backwards and start with the Merriam-Webster definition of pride. So the first definition on the Merriam-Webster website is the quality or state of being proud, such as inordinate self-esteem. And that definition does seem relevant to me in this context, but perhaps the most technically relevant definition is letter C. Delight or elation arising from some act, possession, or relationship. So most, if not all, of the people who celebrate Gay Pride Month believe that gay people were born that way, or some even believe that God created them to be that way. And going on that line of reasoning, it follows that these people are therefore celebrating their natural state of being, which would be the same thing as me celebrating the fact that I am a female, or the fact that I'm left-handed, or the fact that I have hazel-colored eyes, or used to have freckles, or that I have white Caucasian skin. And crazily enough, these are all things that the left does love to celebrate. They love to just really be lovers of self and celebrate all of our multiple identities, which, although I don't think there's any problem with, appreciating and being thankful for the things that you were born as. I think that's a great thing to have gratitude for everything that God gave you. We don't need to be going out there bragging about it all the time, and it's just strange, this is just who you are. And then there's just so much more to talk about. There's so much more to you. What are your interests? What things do you like to explore in the world, etc., etc. So yeah, it just seems a little odd, unnecessary, and frivolous to me, as well as many others who I'm aware of. I believe that God created us male and female, and for males and females to come together in marriage to go forward and prosper from there. But also, one other important thing to be aware of and remember regarding pride is that the Bible does warn against it. In the book of Proverbs, for example, it says, "Pride comes before a fall, and a haughty spirit before destruction." And also in another chapter of Proverbs, it says, "When pride cometh, then cometh shame, but with lowliness comes wisdom." But since we have the definition of pride taken care of now, let's turn it over to PBS for a couple minutes to talk about the original meanings of gay and why that kind of transferred over to meaning homosexual.
When did the word gay stop meaning happy and start meaning same-sex relationships, and how did it happen? For the majority of its history, the word gay had little to do with same-sex relations. So how did gay shift from a word to describe a good mood to a word that encompasses sexual identity, and why? One meaning was to be fine or showily dressed. Another was noble, fine, excellent, and another still was lighthearted. The gay science, which translated means the art of poetry, which started around the 17th century, and is sometimes noted as the translated title of Friedrich Nietzsche's 1882 text. That brings us to our next question. When did gay become associated with sexuality? In the 16th century, when some early meanings of gay were associated with being hedonistic or frivolous, and in the 18th century, gay houses was a term for brothels. Before gay, the more common term to describe people who expressed any kind of same-sex or non-normative desire in the late 19th and early 20th centuries was homosexual. There were also a number of sodomy laws throughout the world. Many of these laws remain on the books around the world. 37 of the Commonwealth's 53 member nations still have anti-gay laws enforced or on the books. But the practice of considering queer desire an illness has been denounced by the American Psychological Association and the American Psychiatric Association since 1973 and 1975, respectively. However, the shift to using gay in the common language took a bit longer. Now, GLAAD lists homosexual as an offensive term, supplementing gay as the appropriate stand-in. Although there are examples and uses of gay to mean same-sex relationships and attractions tracing back to the 1920s. In an article for the New York Times called "The Decline and Fall of the H Word," Professor George Chauncey notes that uses of gay in queer communities often operated as a code so that people could express same-sex desire through language without it being picked up on by others who would respond negatively to them. Chauncey is quoted saying, "A lesbian could say she met a gay gal the night before, and her lesbian friend would know exactly what she meant, while her straight boss would have no idea what she was talking about." Groups organizing under the Gay Liberation Front after 1969, as well as activist Frank Kameny, who coined the phrase "gay is good" in 1968, helped to bring the use of the word as a symbol of pride into wider use. So, how does it all add up? Colloquial usage in the 20th century by queer communities saw the word repurposed to replace more contentious medicalized terms. By the 1960s, it was associated with increased visibility and gained traction as a marker of pride and self-identification.
So what I got from that is basically that people back in the day who were choosing to practice a homosexual lifestyle wanted an incognito term to use amongst themselves to represent homosexuality so that they could use it amongst themselves without anyone, talking to them about it being wrong or anything like that. And it's just my guess / theory, but maybe they chose the word gay because it originally had just positive connotations and they saw homosexuality as a positive thing. That's just my guess. But on to the actual topic of the rainbow from a worldly perspective. According to Encyclopedia Britannica website's article entitled "How Did the Rainbow Flag Become a Symbol of LGBTQ Pride?" it goes back to 1978 when the artist Gilbert Baker, an openly gay man and a drag queen, designed the first rainbow flag. Baker later revealed that he was urged by Harvey Milk, one of the first openly gay elected officials in the U.S., to create a symbol of pride for the gay community. Baker decided to make that symbol a flag because he saw flags as the most powerful symbol of pride. He said, "Our job as gay people is to come out, to be visible, to live in the truth, to get out of the lie. A flag really fit that mission because that's a way of proclaiming your visibility or saying, 'This is who I am.'" Baker saw the rainbow as a natural flag from the sky. So he adopted 8 colors for the stripes, each color with its own meaning. Hot pink for sex, red for life, orange for healing, yellow for sunlight, green for nature, turquoise for art, indigo for harmony, and violet for spirit. Yeah, so this guy chose something that he liked from nature and made up basically his own meanings for the colors. Maybe he was using like some color psychology stuff or something like that, but it was just all man made up stuff that they kind of just decided to take and run with, and it has nothing to do with the original actual purpose for the rainbow that was designated by God the Creator. So let's talk about that now. The section starting in verse 8 of chapter 9 of the book of Genesis in the Bible is titled The Rainbow, and it goes like this. And God spake unto Noah and to his sons with him, saying, And I, behold, I establish my covenant with you, and with your seed after you, and with every living creature that is with you, of the fowl, of the cattle, and of every beast of the earth with you, from all that go out of the ark, to every beast of the earth. And I will establish my covenant with you. Neither shall all flesh be cut off any more by the waters of a flood, neither shall there any more be a flood to destroy the earth. And God said, This is the token of the covenant which I make between me and you, and every living creature that is with you, for perpetual generations. I do set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth. And it shall come to pass, when I bring a cloud over the earth, that the bow shall be seen in the cloud, and I will remember my covenant which is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh. And the waters shall no more become a flood to destroy all flesh. And the bow shall be in the cloud, and I will look upon it, that I may remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is upon the earth. So the next time that you see a rainbow in the sky, you can rest assured that the purpose of it is a token of love, preservation, and abundant life for all of eternity from God to every living creature on the earth. Thank you again so much for hanging out and watching today. And if you would like to support the channel financially, you can check out God the Father Apparel through the store link that I mentioned at the beginning. And I also have my own various merchandise that is also linked in the description. Or you can leave a one-time donation through PayPal or get exclusive content not offered on the channel through a Patreon membership starting at just $3 a month. Since you made it all the way to the end of the video, don't forget to click the thumbs up since you liked it enough to get all the way here. Share with other people who would also find it interesting and enjoy. Leave a comment with whatever you want to say. Have a wonderful night, afternoon, morning, evening, whatever time zone you're in, and I will see you next time. Bye.